There are many ways of transferring files, including music, pictures, photos, documents, whatever, between a phone or a computer and a phone and a phone and a computer. There are many, many ways of doing it. I'm not going to cover all of them, but I'm not going to even describe any of them except one. This assumes that your computer and your phone are on the same network. If you can access the internet from home and also you can access the internet from your computer, the chances are they are on the same network. To do it, what I'm going to show you is you need to use a program, a File Explorer program. I'm going to use the one called CX File Explorer, this one here. All right. Okay, that's just one of the many programs you can use to do that. Some of them do it slightly different ways. But anyway, with CX File Explorer, you open the program. When you open the program, you get a screen that looks like this. It has local, library, network. You need to go into network part of it. All right? So if I touch network, I've got a whole lot of other things on here. Disregard them at the moment. Okay, let's go back to network. One that you're interested in is access from PC. Right? This allows you to access your phone storage from your personal computer. So if I touch that, it comes up and says, righto, this is the way you're going to operate it. And normally, all you have to do is click on Start Service, and that's it. It gives you that. I'll explain that in a minute. I'm going to stop the service again. Rather than using a random password, I'm actually going to use a password, right? And I'm going to change the password and make it nice and easy. The reason it asks for a password is actually extra for security. I'm just going to make the password very, very simple, which is just the digit 1. Okay, start the service. You then have to go to your computer. I assume it's a Windows computer, it could be an Apple computer, it could be a Linux computer, it doesn't really matter. And you go to the file manager on that, and then you type in this bit up here in the address bar. I'm going to show you doing that in the second part of this video. You just type in that. I'm going to ask for a username, which you type in, which is PC in this particular case, and a password, which is 1. The next part of the video, I'll show you that actually happening on a PC. Once you've done that and you've finished it, you can then stop the service. I'm just going to stop the service. That's it. Okay, and then come out of the program. That's the whole gist of it. I'll go back and show you the PC part of it in a second. Okay, this is the PC side of receiving the information or getting information to and from a phone and a computer. And in the previous part of the video, I showed how to start CX File Explorer and come up with a message, but where do you need to put it? So what you need to do is start the file recording on the computer. In this case, it's a Windows computer. So I'm going to use this icon down the bottom here. We click on that and it starts Windows Explorer. Sorry. Start it. Okay. In the address bar, you need this is this bar here. You need to change the view format so you actually can see an address bar. You click in there and then you type in what was on that other screen, in which case this was the words FTP, FTP, okay, colon, /. In my particular case, it was 192.168.1.105, followed by a colon and 1461. Actually, that's what's called an IP address. The first part of it stands for FTP, File Transfer Protocol. The 192.168 is an IP address, and the 1461 is a port, the port that's going to do it on. Technical stuff, you don't need to know that, all right? Okay, I type that in and I press enter. Once I do that, it comes up with this login as. And remember, on the previous screen, there was, and I'm going to put it on the side here, it actually had what the username was, which was PC, and the password, remember, I just changed it to a 1. And then I simply click on login. Service is still running on the computer. It comes up and it shows two things, the device and the SD card. On my particular phone, I actually have the phone and have a micro SD card plugged into the phone. Right? So I can see the files on the phone. So for example, I want to be able to transfer some music to, let's say, to the SD card on the phone to be able to play it later on. Okay. Rather than doing that, I could do this just by going over to music over on the left-hand side here. But rather than doing that, I'm actually going to start a second copy of File Explorer. The reason I do this is because if you go back to the file, you go to somewhere else and you come back to this particular, you try to come back to the screen, you won't be able to come back to it. So it's better to have a second version. To do that, you just point on your taskbar at the File Explorer and you click on it. Okay, right, doesn't matter. All right, so there we are. So I'm going to go over and get some music over on the left-hand side here on my music files. Where are they? I've got desktop videos. There we are, music. I go and click on music there. I've got a number of tracks. I've got one folder plus a number of tracks of music. What I've done is I've clicked on the first one and hold the shift key down and down arrow to highlight them all, or I'll just come away from that. If I hold the control key down and press A, it selects all of them. If I point somewhere at that and then I click on copy, that's now in the copy buffer. If I now minimize the screen and go back to my previous one, just somewhere back here as the SD card. I already have a folder on my SD card for music. I'm going to create another folder called test music. So they're in alphabetical order. Go down the bottom here and go down. Move my face out of the way. PQRM, M for music. Where's music? There it is. Open up music. Okay, and I want to create a new folder in there. I'll just change the view on this view to make it in details, so I get a better look. I've got a lot of music already on my what's the name, but I'll create another one called 111 or something like that. So I'll create a new folder. I'll right click anywhere, say new, say folder, and it comes up. Should come up new folder. There it says new folder. And I'll type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. Okay, put there. Okay, I double click on that, it goes into that folder. And then if I right click on that folder and say paste, it's going to copy the files from the PC to the phone. That's what it's doing. You see they're appearing there. They're appearing on what says the internet 192.168.105 SD card music 111. That's where they're appearing. Okay, so it's a bit slow because it's 14 minutes. Didn't think it was going to take that long. I don't think it is going to take that long. That's where it's already 3/4 of the way through. Now it's only going to take 15 seconds. Good old Windows. Okay, telling me how long it's going to take. It's going to take less than that. All right, so it's copying all the files across there, right? And that's it. It's done. So those files are now on the phone. I'd have to go back to the phone and show you CX File Explorer and show you where those files actually are on the phone. To go the other way around, let's say we want to take something off the phone and put it onto the computer. So, for example, I've got some photos on my phone. So if I go to the SD card up there, and I've got AAA, and I've got a whole lot of photos. Each one of those is a photo. I can highlight that one, hold the shift key down, click on that one. There's all those photos. And I right click and I say copy again. So these are stuff that's actually on my phone. I'm going to copy into pictures on my computer. All right. So I right click there and say I'll create a new folder. I always like to put things in new folders, and I'll say test photos. Okay, all right, I've done that. Press enter on there, double click on there, and then I right click again and go down to paste. There we are, to the from my computer. Not very nice photos, but anyway. Okay, right. So that's how it works. So all you have to do is go in and make sure that you actually have the correct way of doing the correct screen up, and all you do, just to repeat that, I'll just do that whole process. Repeat that last bit of the process again. If I go into, for example, I'll go over there, put that thing in again. All you do is put in a piece, that code, then a username and the password you've described, log in. It's going to work. There's the phone. There's the SD card on the phone. If you don't have an SD card on your phone, you just do it straight to the device. So that's basically it. Any questions? Email me.